how they say I'm nostalgic for a time when I wasn't even born? Well, this series, Jubilee, makes you feel exactly like that. And responsible for the success of the series is Aparna Purohit of Prime Video India. And we have Ram Kapoor, Aditi Rao Hydari, and Prosenjit Chatterjee. Hello and welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Hi.
having us.
Now, you're all people who've made it in life. That includes Aparna, but people who've made it in the series, that's the three of you. The rich, famous, and successful people of the series. Good, bad, and ugly, you comprise all of it. So, split it between the three of you.
Oh,
Good,
ugly?
bad, and ugly.
Yeah.
ugly.
No.
way.
I'm the ugly.
Okay,
one.
ugly
No.
bad.
Ugly is the most
Good.
fun.
No one's giving it to Aditi. Even as a joke, you can't give it to her. You can't ever do
But
that.
the ugliest.
Wow,
watch it.
wow. Now, going into this series, what I was most surprised about was that even the style of acting was a hark back to that era. And I loved how all of you took it and made it your own. It surely couldn't have been easy. Tell me how you took that and gave it your own twist.
Vikram is a very detailed director in everything that he does. So he painted a picture for all of us. And then we had extensive reading sessions where we read and we worked on our things before we started shoot. So before we went on floor, everybody was well aware of what their character is, what Vikram wants from them, and what their interpersonal relationships are with each other. So there was so much preparation and work that happened before that while we were shooting, it just kind of went into autopilot. Everybody was very comfortable with who they are, and we had gotten into our skin of our character. And I think that is where really good work happens. When you do this kind of homework, then you can really have fun when you're working because all the work has already been done before.
So during that homework, when you were prepping, right, it couldn't have been easy to just plunge into this kind of old world acting. I don't know if any of you have done this exact mold because it's definitely, there's a lot of referential work here when you talk about the 40s and 50s. So Aditi, perhaps for you, like, what was the most filmy thing, or what do you think, you know, any of your dialogues, was it the clothes, what was it?
100% the physicality and the clothes. Of course, it's not how you dress in real. And you know, in a way, I have played an actor before in a Telugu film, but that brief was be yourself. In this, Vikram sir was, please don't be yourself. And he showed me this, he actually sat me down and made me show this, made me see this film called The Favourite. And I was like, pulling, and I'm like
the Olivia Colman one.
Yeah,
Oh.
and for Rachel Weisz, and I like, you know, literally before I start something, I'm like, no, don't show me any reference, don't show me any reference. But I feel like somewhere it really helped me to see that, one, and two, because it's something so close to me, but so different, you know. It kind of makes it challenging, but also like almost fun, like you want to do this and you want to get into that world and you want to get into those shoes just because it's so different. But there's something about it that you know, like maybe that heart, you know, that heart of an actor where you are this person in front of everybody and then, but you're just a little girl and you're bleeding and you're feeling and your heart is breaking or whatever it is that you feel. And that kind of was so exciting about it all. I think it was just this world that, but it does pull you in some way.
It really does.
Yeah, because also being an actor, you always, you know, you see old films and you just imagine what that magical, you know, that time and that era is, and it's called the golden age for a reason, you know, and just to be able to be a part of it is quite exciting. But not easy because you need to work on your diction. But you know, you're saying that we spoke differently. I do feel we did in the way that the dialogues are a little more, maybe the rhythm is kind of interesting and it's kind of, it's poetic, but I feel like it's not how we speak Hindi. It's kind of turned on its head. But I do feel that because we are making this now in 2023, there was a kind of a rhythm and a pace that was also something that was now.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't as indulgent, or that was a norm then. But now I think it's not possible to recreate that
Yeah.
because you need people to be engaged as well. So I think that sort of sensibility was updated for
And
today.
it's being made now.
Yeah.
It's not about updating. It's just a choice one, I guess, Vikram sir and the writers and all
Yeah.
the actors make, right? And like
Yeah.
just to make it conversational.
Yeah.
More than anything. So it's not dialogue buzzy, you're having a conversation.
But I
as
still love
characters.
the drama. The drama was still amped
100%.
up. And
Yeah.
Prosenjit, I loved your villainous take, and I loved, how you went through your dialogues. I liked how you sunk your teeth into this. I could see you having fun with it, but what was most fun for you?
No, I think Shrikant Roy is a very difficult character, and it was very like, as we were discussing with Ram, Vikram is a wonderful director, and the kind of workshop we had did before we went to set, we were very clear about the characters and each of us. And that's the reason when we were on the set, we used to make fun, and especially when Ram used to be on set. So, like, fortunately, I had seen, as because my dad was also from 60s, so, I'd seen, I know that world also.
Yeah.
So, somewhere I could connect Shrikant Roy in a way. And ultimately, see, this man was passionate about cinema and believe on cinema. And we are talking about a period. I think we all also wanted to give a huge tribute. I think you hardly get an opportunity. In entire team of Jubilee, it's from Amazon to the entire team. You hardly get a chance to give a tribute to those people who have contributed, and now we are sitting and talking, right?
Yeah.
So I think in a way we all were very sincerely trying to do and give our best to give this the people who have really started and shown us a new way. So I think Jubilee talks about that, and Shrikant Roy is one of those very hard and strict, and yeah, he can go to any extent for his.
Yeah, I believe that.
For
You
cinema.
made that very believable with your portrayal. Yeah.
Thank you.
Aparna, where does Jubilee sit in your slate in Amazon Prime Video India? Because it is such a unique show. I don't know what the one-liner of the show was and what made you say yes.
It wasn't just the one-liner that was pitched to us. It was a very detailed narration by Vikram about the story, about the world that he wanted to create, this golden age of cinema. And I think what really struck me was, when he talked about the fact that the country had it was just about getting its independence. And these stories on the screen, represented the angst, the aspiration, the ambition, the hope, of the youth, and they were in a way shaping the nation. And beyond all of that, it's also a very human story about love, betrayal, lust, greed,
Ambition, yeah.
all of that. This really strict and the studio boss and his ambitious wife, the beautiful wife, this financier, and it's just an incredibly delicious story. When he talked about the way he wanted to create it, the soundscape of the film, and it was almost like, this homage that he wanted to give to this industry. And I mean, we were mesmerized. There was no way. I think it's rare to get an opportunity like this. And I felt like this would be a defining series of our times. In terms of where it sits, I mean, we are fully invested, fully leaning in, and we believe that the kind of passion that was there in making this show, I feel like people are going to watch it with that kind of passion. You will have to immerse yourself in this world.
Even the first reactions are very heartwarming,
Yes.
right? It elicited so much excitement from
Yeah.
people when it dropped. So kudos to you for having that fine eye and saying yes
Thank
where
you.
a yes was due.
Thank you.
And talking about the tribute that it is, when you're watching it, you're also thinking, Madan Kumar, is it Madan Mohan? Who is this person? Who is that person? You obviously you can't help guessing. Now, what are the guesses that you made, and what are the clues that you can give us?
Well, sure.
Oh,
you should leave it to the imagination of the people. That's what's exciting, right?
Not
if we
confirming
tell
or
you
denying.
everything.
I think let them also start
Yeah,
guessing
yeah.
when it releases, like from the 7th.
And you know, honestly, I don't think it's one particular
Yeah.
person.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
influences,
world,
yeah.
and it's many people who go into making that one character. You know, and I think that's what makes it also
So who
layered.
went into your character? Tell me.
Actually, you know, the references that I got were Audrey Hepburn and Maharani Gayatri Devi.
Oh, you know, these are the two people you always compare to, right? Tell me. Daily,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
you get these comparisons?
Ram sir just
I
said.
learned it just 10 minutes back.
you also said it.
And I was like, wow, and he was like, shut up, you hear it all the time.
Yeah. You know, he caught you out there. That's true.
But I always feel happy.
But of all the fashion in this, the one who really stole the show and stole everyone's thunder was him.
Look at him, even today.
Even today.
Look at him.
He came,
Look at this.
yeah, he came prepared. Yeah, he knew it. He knew it. He's like, he's thinking, Aditi, you dress up, you do whatever you want to
He
do.
always
I'm
says,
coming in with
he
a
always
shirt.
says that.
See, I have to be the prettiest person on all my sets.
Yeah.
But this one is the exception because I can't compete with her. So here she's allowed to be prettier than me, but that's it. On no other set, any
Thanks,
woman is
Ram
allowed to be
sir.
prettier than me.
Thank you, with your blessings.
But what was the most outrageous? Now all your shirts are outrageous. I can't ask you in this series. But what was the most outrageous costume you had?
I'm a star in the show.
Yeah.
And
Nothing
so
outrageous,
like she's so dignified and so elegant, and actually that's her public persona is like that. Inside,
Are you talking
she-
about
whatever-
yourself?
Actually, I think I was the only one that had loud.
Yeah.
Everybody else was very well suited.
subtle,
Like
yeah.
he was
He was
always
very
prim and
dapper.
proper. And
Yeah.
Everybody was
Very
actually.
dapper, very nice.
The only costume that I like, that I found like so different from Sumitra Kumari was one of the songs. In that it was so like it was just because she's a character in that, right? So that was I guess different. One gown and there were clouds. But when I walked onto that set, I was like, oh my god, this is so much fun.
So similarly, what else do you miss from the 40s or 50s? I mean, you were not a part of it, but a small part of it were this. What do you think you wish we had today? What?
Can I say
Yeah,
first? I wish that we had that sense of magic and mystery. We are so accessible.
Yeah.
Our generation is on social media all the time.
Yeah.
And we are constantly promoting ourselves or our films or our lifestyle or something. And sorry, influencers, but and
You
sorry,
were also,
social media.
Who did the Tum Tum song now?
I
that
know,
went viral.
but that's what I slapped
That made
myself. But
headlines.
it takes, but you know, I still try to hold back as much as possible because I'm like, you know, these experiences make me feel like, oh my god, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
To just come out there like this magical creature and to let people just see that.
We still think you're a magical creature. Don't worry. Social media or no social media.
Thank
What
you.
about you, Ram sir? What do you miss from that time?
I actually really love being alive today. So see, I'm such a I guess full of life kind of person.
Yeah.
That I just embrace everything that I can about life.
Okay.
So whenever I see the 40s or the 50s, I love it. It's very charming. It's very romantic, and I love watching it. But I'm very happy in being a part of this era and today because I'm just the kind of person who tries to keep looking forward rather than reminiscing about the past. That's just the way I am, I guess.
Okay. So आज के टाइम बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं. Sorry. One time to बनता है. You have to forgive me. Yeah. And what about you, Prosenjit? What do you miss or not miss?
No, of course, what Ram is saying is right, but I think what I really miss is this floor. We used to shoot mostly in the floor, right? Studio, which now it's more into real locations,
Yeah.
right? Even we go for village or it's all real. But we used to do like when I started my career also, we used to shoot mostly inside the floors, right? And we have those back projections. I'm sure I don't know whether it's there until 5th or not. but
Yeah,
we
we've
have-
used it in our
we have a back projection.
yeah.
I really shot in back projection.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'm lucky enough that I had shot in with I was talking to them a few days back that I shot in black and white.
Oh.
I started my career when I used to shoot in black and white.
क्यों
Then
अपनी उम्र दिखा रहे हो यार?
How 20 something, how is it possible?
Huh?
As a 20 something, how is it possible
What,
to
20?
start?
I'm 25.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Anyways, I'm going to discuss later on, but I really shot in black and white. I shot in 35, then I shot it in to a digital medium. So I've seen all this, right?
I'll tell
I
you.
started in loop dubbing.
I'll tell you a little secret about him. He has a film
Ram,
that
you have done loop dubbing?
he has a film that is about to release. That is his 349th
Oh
film.
No, if I
my
take
God!
Jubilee-
That's called prolific. We call anybody prolific, but he really is.
दादाजी आप
So if
बूढ़े
you
हो.
say, I'm a Buddha, Jubilee hai to that's like
350.
Yeah.
You know, watching this series, I went back and I looked up a lot of stuff and I came up with a few interesting questions which I thought would be fun. Now, for Alamara, they wanted Master Vittal, who had a contract with Shraddha Studios, and he had to break that contract and come to Alamara. But that wasn't possible because Shraddha Studios held him to that contract. But one lawyer very successfully appealed to the court to let him off that contract and let him be part of Alamara. So, who was the lawyer who helped Alamara get made?
So this is trivia you're asking.
Yes, it was a Bombay-based lawyer.
Dada?
No.
We're counting on you.
No. No, big no.
It was Muhammad Ali
Otherwise,
Jinnah.
Mara.
Oh,
Yeah.
how interesting.
Wasn't
Wow.
that? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was the lawyer who made that happen.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, even I was also blown away by this one. Now, this is about a very popular singer who met a very popular sports person. They both share the same first name. When visiting Chicago once on tour, this singer, who was very keen on sports, especially boxing and cricket, requested the organizers of the tour to try and get him an appointment to meet this certain sports person who usually doesn't do all this. But because this is such a legendary singer, that person even came and even did some boxing poses alongside our favorite singer. Boxing poses, matlab?
Indian
Indian.
sports person?
No, sports person is from abroad and
The
America.
singer is from
Boxing
India.
and
person is
Muhammad
Rafi.
Rafi and
Saab.
Muhammad Ali.
yeah.
Muhammad Rafi.
Yeah. Now, this very popular music director in the 1940s was number one. But his
Music
parents,
director.
his parents told him, listen, we've told the girl's parents that you're a tailor because if we said you're in the movies, he'll never allow this marriage. And ironically enough, they told them he's a tailor, he got married. And the wedding band, along with the Bharat, was playing his hit songs from Ratan. Ratan. Who is this music director?
Ratan is what?
Ratan
Ratan's a
was
film.
Film.
Naushad.
Naushad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Isn't it so cool?
Naushad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I
feel like
mean,
we're in
right?
class.
No, sir.
Yeah, now it's not a game. It's not a game because I also learned it. Yeah. But I was also prompted to learn this because of this series.
Beautiful.
Yeah, wasn't it fun? And that's
Make
what
a
this
film out
series
of it.
prompted me
You
to
don't
go
have
and
more?
do. I do have many more. I'll just tell you one more, which is about Madan Kumar. Sorry. Oh,
Madan Kumar.
Madan Mohan.
Madan
Mohan.
Mohan Kumar.
Look at that. I'm very, very smart. Like Madan Kumar. Okay. So, Manna Dey recalls that the music director Madan Mohan was a very good cook. And one day, Madan Mohan had called Manna Dey and asked him, what are you cooking? And Madan Mohan said, bhindi meat. And then after he bribed him with this, Manna Dey agreed, to act in this film, and Madan Mohan proceeded the song. It ended up being Kaun Aaya Mere Man Ke Dware,
Oh, wow.
sung by Manna Dey, picturized on Anup Kumar. So, these are some of the many stories
Very
that I
nice,
gathered.
very
But
nice.
now you've confused me with Madan Kumar, Madan Mohan, Manna
Madan
Dey.
Mohan.
I'm confused.
All
so,
in.
now after part 2, I'll give you more stories because I'm also waiting for the story of part 2. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys.
You took
Thank
me
you.
back on a beautiful flashback and now looking forward to part 2. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.